So this is politics as usual. This is kind of like a throwback of like, because right now, we have situations where governors are just wilding out all over the country, not just New York. You have like governor in Texas is letting loose the plague on everybody. You have Cuomo, who's like being piled on top of everybody's just piling on top of him with all kinds of crazy stuff. With we have Gavin Newsom in
I
California.
was about to say everybody hates Gavin Newsom.
Yeah, so like it's a governor.
Make a new sitcom.
Yeah,
Instead of everybody hates Chris,
yeah,
everyone hates Gavin.
yeah. So like we're only giving context that like governors have always been kind of like this shit bad kind of position in history. I mean, I guess because Cuomo happened to sound better than Trump. I think honestly that's what happened. Anyone like a sack of potatoes, sounded better than Trump during the first few months. So of course Cuomo came off amazing during that moment because Trump was like pretending nothing happened. So, but we're gonna go back to
Have the mighty have fallen.
yeah, exactly. So like, but we're gonna talk about another kind of guy who was like seen as like the great star progressive movement back in the day, and then he got tumbled down. He tumbled down.
He tumbled down so far that I didn't even remember that he was governor of New York.
He crashed. He
I
crashed.
thought of him as the attorney general.
Yeah, he crashed like a meteorite. So like, but we want to talk about what brought him down. This is pre-Trump era. I want to give context. This is pre-Trump era when like you can get caught with prostitutes and actually like have to resign and stuff like that. Now you can like you can like call insurrections and have people try to do a coup and nothing happens to you. So this is a different time. So and also progressives actually have more moral code, I guess, in some ways, even though a lot of times it doesn't feel like they do. When you walk outside in the street, you see the policies. But Eliot Spitzer, he was going after the banks forever as Attorney General. He was going after them the whole time.
And that's how he got elected governor, really, because
yeah.
people were like, yo, he is not playing that corruption bullshit. I mean, he was going hard. But the problem was he liked getting hard, too.
Yeah, so he so I guess Dr. Virginia, so he was doing this for a few years. It wasn't just like a one-time thing of seeing one person. He was doing this a few times over the course of years, and then
he was doing his Tiger Woods impression.
Yeah, New York Times, the IRS was just like investigating suspicious financial transactions, and first they thought
it was just him paying for pussy. That's all it was. There's nothing to see here, folks.
Yeah, that's. I mean, now you're looking in 2021. It's like, oh, he's just paying for pussy. That's it. But back then, I guess they thought he was like, paying for like, Russian codes or whatever shady bribe was happening. They thought it was like real extra shady stuff was happening. But to come to find out, it was just like
it wasn't even like Lawrence Taylor, who was like, fucking 16-year-old prostitutes. There was nothing about anybody being underage or raped or drunk or under the influence. It was just like, yo, like, we're talking about, a step, 5 steps beyond the normal street worker. And, the dude was paying out up to 80 grand to get his willy wet.
Yeah. So, and like Dr. Eugene said, he was governor for a moment and then he got replaced by David Patterson, I believe.
But let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
Because I think that this is a really interesting thing, right?
Yeah.
Eliot Spitzer became a CNN talking head and then disappeared. I don't know what the fuck happened to him after that, right? So what I want to know is,
it feels like one of those shows that was on for 2 seasons and it's disappeared
or for two episodes before they canceled it.
Without a season finale or nothing.
Yeah, your pilot is your season finale. So I wonder in this day and age of post-Trumpism, Stormy Daniels, I paid her more money than Eliot paid all of the the hoes that he was dealing with, right? Yeah,
he's gonna get reelected. So
if Eliot Spitzer, do you think that it's possible for Eliot Spitzer to come back? Because I feel like we're living in a time now where it's just like, people are trying to elevate the social opinions of sex workers. Like, oh, we need to hold them above, because they were held below. If we're going to be like, oh yeah,
No, I think
sex work. We should teach. I heard that some
Adams,
universities teaching girls how to engage in sex work as a class or some weird shit like that.
One of the Adams died, who was part of this, who was part of wiretaps, died somehow. I'm not sure how.
So do you think it's possible?
They died.
Do you think it's possible for Eliot Spitzer to be like, well, it's all good now, right? So like, can I resume my political career because like.
No, because
I don't see nothing wrong.
No, what we talked about before, like what he did break was the Democrat. When it comes to adultery, that's that's the line that he crossed.
Yeah, I get that, but like that tape has already been torn down. Like Trump finished first in that race. The tape has already been torn. Anybody running through that line now, like nobody remembers first loser. Sorry.
Make it seem like we're about to open the portal to all the demons and ghouls out in the universe right now, because Trump disallowed it, the moral,
or just guys that like to get their dick wet by girls that are like 30 years younger than them.
Yeah, consensually. So
so I'm thinking, is it possible? Is it possible that Eliot Spitzer's looking at the current political climate and be like, yo, I want my governorship back. Like,
I think he tried to come back a few years ago and it was whack.
I think that people would take him over. I was going to say the wrong name because you were talking about Corleone before.
Frodo. Frodo.
I was trying to save you from saying it.
Oh, I was saying Alfredo. Yeah. so yeah.
I think Messiah was talking about the sauce. The sauce. The sauce. You know what I'm saying?
Talking about that sauce. Nothing about the Godfather character who betrayed his.
I mean, do you think people would trade Eliot Spitzer for Cuomo right now?
Oh my God, they would. I think they would. Dead as they would trade him right now.
That is an interesting fucking question, man.
Yeah, so that's Black Power Magic Hour on Twitter and Facebook when they see what's happening in the comment section. So that's on YouTube and we're on act.tv, and then talking about complete corrupt politicians all over the country. So hopefully, disclaimer, we don't represent the opinions on act.tv when it came to that last.
Yo, that ship been sailed, son. That's over. That's
over. So we're going back live. So boom.